Hello everyone! This is just a quick rundown of general player control in TaleSpire. This is meant to be quick, as I'm making this video to help my own players, both current and those in the future who are thinking about trying out TaleSpire. For anyone who doesn't know, TaleSpire is a 3D virtual tabletop. I'm not sponsored, I just like the product. It's not tailored for only D&D, and that flexibility is one of the reasons I like it so much. It doesn't need much more of an introduction, except that it's a rabbit hole in terms of building, and if you've not tried it out yet, I do recommend it personally. So, from here on, this is a quick tutorial for just a player hopping in for the first time. On this board, I have Snap to Grid turned on for ease of use, and also set the tile distance to 5 feet. But this is all customizable stuff by your GM, they may not always set this. Alright, first thing is first as a player. Your WASD keys move your camera along the ground you're on. Q and E spins it, mouse wheel is the zoom, and if you hold control and right click, you can move how high and low the camera is. Holding down the mouse wheel outright also gives you pretty much free control as much as you need as well. Solid, straightforward camera controls we've used before in other games. Moving your character can't be done without you first left-clicking and activating it. You'll see the little ring light up, and that's all you really need to worry about. From here, you can actually just use the arrow keys to move your miniature step by step. This also keeps your camera snapped to your mini. If you want to be a little bit more freeform, go ahead and just pick up the mini with a normal left click, no different than Tabletop Simulator if you played on that before. A ruler will appear at the base to show you how far you're moving, and there's no real confusion of distance thanks to this. When you drop the mini down, it'll also face the direction that you last drug it. If you want to face your mini a different way, just hold down Alt, and you can actually spin the mini around with no trouble. You can also do this too mid-move, so it's pretty quick. And if you're in a situation where you are set to flying, you can increase or decrease your altitude simply by holding down Control and just dragging up or down. You'll know you're doing it right when you see the small pillar beneath your mini. I actually like this little aspect because I used to have a set of risers from Paizo that looked almost just like this, so this is a nice little touch. If there is ever a circumstance where you need to do so, you can also use Shift and left click to teleport your mini. This will create a copy and just simply immediately paste your mini right where you left click again. This also does not snap to grid, so if you want to get to a weird little spot but can't, this is your ticket. Now that the movement and the cameras are covered, we'll get to some more minute stuff here. To bring up your dice, hit space. Simple as that. From here, you'll see the standard array of role-playing dice to choose from. Let's say you're popping a healing potion from 5th edition D&D. So, what you'll do is just click the D4 4 times. In that new little box that just popped up, drag and pull the dice out of there and boom, you now have your dice. Throw them anywhere you like. They won't knock over anything else, and even if they're just slightly tilted, they'll give an automatic result that's visible for everyone so there's no confusion. Some nice things about TaleSpire here, if you just click one of these dice, you'll pick all 4 back up and they'll bundle for a reroll. You can even set up different groups of dice and just set them aside on the table for later use. So if you want to go ahead and set up your attacks damage rolls, feel free. Just make a little pile of dice off to the side and not on the actual playing board. Even if you spawn new dice, the previous group will not get mixed up in it. They stay separated the whole time. Now, this last bit I expect will only come into play for spellcasters, but this is something I need to be sure is known by everyone who plays with me. There are rulers for measurement. Just hit M and you'll have the little toolbar pop up. You have radius, cone, and line. To set the first point, just left-click where you want to and then move your mouse to where you want to check. Hitting X will also snap the ruler to the nearest thing, like your mini. You can even set the second point so that you won't lose reference if you need to check something else. You cannot do multiple rulers at once, but what it'll do for you instead is switch to the type of ruler you then pick, such as changing a line to a cone. To get rid of the rulers, just right-click, and boom, they're gone. There are other more complex things that are possible, and I'm not going to go into the radial menu that you have when you right-click your mini, just to keep this short and sweet. Everything there is self-explanatory anyway. Thank you for your time, and I'll look forward to playing with you soon.